The realistic and gripping nature of The Martian can stem from the different influences Andy Weir had when writing the original story. The Martian is frequently praised for its scientific and technical accuracy, which can be owed to Weir wanting to present the most realistic story he could, which not only entertained but sought to inspire future scientists and society as a whole. Weir was encouraged to push the realism in this story in respects to science and science fact mentioned and acted upon within the narrative. Societal influences such as the necessity of Weir to satisfy sci-fi fans like himself through realistic portrayals drove Weir to ensure that scientific fact was accurately represented and respected throughout the story. Furthermore, the story itself stemmed from scientific thoughts of Weir, an engineer, which explains his exploration into the possibility of food generation through technology, seeing that the technology already exists to turn carbon dioxide back into oxygen and sewage into drinkable water. The year in which the novel was written, 2011, was a year of transitioning for human exploration into space. The role of meteor technology into science was especially prevalent in this year, with the launching of the Atlantis, Endeavour, and Discovery shuttles into space. All the such occurrences played both indirect or direct influence on the story of Mark Watney in The Martian. Throughout the story, there are many references to pop culture that help influence Weir in writing The Martian, such as Happy Days, Three's Company, The Dukes of Hazzard, and The $6 Million Man. The $6 Million Man is a sci-fi action television series that explores real-life and realistic impact of sci-fi occurrences, much like The Martian does.
The Martian is significantly more optimistic than other space movies, whereby the protagonist overcomes seemingly unconquerable challenges in manners which are very scientifically valid. This has likely inspired the young generation to pursue space exploration with the belief that space can be conquered even in the most dire and futile of situations. However, The Martian does sacrifice some scientific accuracies in exchange for evoking emotion and inspiration in its viewers. For example, it exaggerates the sheer power Martian dust storms have, which serves as a literary tool in establishing a good story of heroes overcoming obstacles. Also, assumptions such as the radiation-proof spacesuits and exaggerated ion thruster propulsion further contributes to the optimistic notion that space technology is likely to improve in the near future. Although these may detriment viewer perception of science as a field of study, it still inspires them to pursue science's positive aspects on humanity and its continual drive to conquer.
The Martian has both positive and negative portrayals of scientists throughout the film. When creating the Purnell maneuver to save Mark, the solution is not worked out in a large team as science is normally done. Instead, Rich Purnell takes on the stereotype of the mad genius and formulates the entire plan alone. His mad scientist portrayal is crafted through the imagery of empty coffee cups all over his workspace and his crazed explanation of the physics behind the maneuver. The field of botany is not commonly seen in science fiction. As described in a paper by Haynes, Mark embodies the scientist as an adventurer portrayal. This is through pushing the limits of what's possible by cultivating potatoes on Mars in order to survive. This new perspective can inspire budding scientists to consider botany in innovative contexts and methods. Science fiction is important as it can influence notion towards science. As explained in a paper by Ava Flicker, portrayals of women in science fiction as subordinate further the myth of women being less competent scientists. Additionally, genius stereotypes can create unrealistic expectations for those wanting to pursue science.